Alright, today my car will bring us to work. Perfect stop. Smooth, slowing down on the bumps. Nice. It seems like it's really getting better. Before it used to be like kind of it seems to be a little bit faster than that before, but now it seems to be really smooth, slowing down on those humps. Alright, so it's about 35 minutes to get to work. Around 19 miles. Let me see if it does. I wanna go in this lane. Oh, never mind. We'll let it decide where it's going. I'll have my tea. So there is a few cars coming. We're gonna turn left. Let's see how it goes, how it does. Alright, perfect. So yeah, let's talk about full self-driving. I'm just gonna be rumbling here. I don't really know. I just like, yeah, just kind of speaking my thoughts out. I'd like to keep this video as for myself, basically looking back, on the past and thinking that, looking ahead, when I look at the video, I'm like, damn, that at the time full self-driving was just like, nobody really knows about it. If you ask a regular person, they probably never heard of it. So I'd like to be like making videos of, I'll be like, I can look back on those videos and see like, damn, like now talking to my future self, like, wow, back then full self-driving was just like, was a taboo. But I truly believe this is gonna be like the future, where you can just have the car drive itself wherever you're going. And I think it's gonna be like every other cars are gonna be like this. And I'd like to see that. I like to look at my videos back then. I'm like, whoa, that's awesome. Like, I actually, you know, I don't know, will be the one of the first adapter. You know, a new invention, I would say. It's nice. It's, you know, it's nice to look back in those. Like, I like to look back at all those pictures that I went out, you know, a few years ago, and then looking at my Facebook, I'm like, damn, I did that 3 years ago. That was fun. And now this one with videos, it's like, damn, I can talk, I can explain myself, and then 2 to 3 years from now, hearing myself, that'll be cool. So I truly believe full self-driving is going to be the future. It's going to be like, you know, everywhere you go, you just either take a robotaxi with it, you know, where you're going, or buy a car like a Tesla that has full self-driving, and then you just punch in your destination and it will just drive you. And it's safer. Think about it this way. This is my logic about it, alright? So a human driver would look, you only have two vision, your two eyes, looking ahead. You know, if you want to look in the side, you have to turn your head. Look in the side, you have to turn your head. If you want to look back, you have to turn your head all the way back. This car has 8 cameras, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 8. And it has cameras on the side. There's actually a new one on this new Model Y that has cameras on the front. That's new. Also, there's cameras on the back, so it's like 360 vision. It would know all around you. You know, it predicts if there's a car coming, pedestrian crossing. It's really cool. And sometimes I think it also predicts the car in front of you if they're stopping, or like right before. I don't know, it's so weird. I've seen it on videos too on YouTube, that like it knows that the car is gonna pull on the side, so you're just gonna like kind of, you know, change lane and go around that car before you even your eyes saw it. Like, it's weird. It's like it's predicting that the car in front of you is gonna do that, and then, you know, all of a sudden it just changed lane, which is nice. Human couldn't do that for sure. You can't predict the future. Unfortunately, that would have been nice, or I would be a millionaire right now, or a trillionaire right now if I could predict the future. Yeah. Full self-driving has a lot of potential. It can do a lot of things. And it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be like this. Like, back then, nobody knows Apple, iPhones, you know, or it can take videos, it can take pictures, because before we only have those flip phones, or even before that, you know, those Nokia phones that couldn't even take pictures. I remember I like that phone because I like to play the Snake and Ladder. And that's about it. Or send text or make calls. That's pretty much it. And then, you know, iPhone came along. Nice turn. You can do a lot. There's a lot of apps you can do. Everything. You know, every human being, all you see is with their phones. So, and I think full self-driving is going to be like that, where every cars is going to be with their phones. I mean, it's going to be, every car is going to drive itself. I'm not going to be able to go, but yeah. Looks good. Change lane. And it can, I was just thinking about this the other day. So if full self-driving or robotaxi is going to be everywhere, right? I don't think it's going to be this year. It will happen this year, but it has to be, approved for every state. When that happens, like for example, I'm in Florida. If I want to go to Massachusetts, I have my family there. I can just go in my car, fall asleep, because at that time it's already full self-driving, so you don't really have to pay attention in the road. And I drove Florida to Massachusetts. Takes me about 18-19 hours. That's with stopping, but this car doesn't stop, by the way. It will just keep going all the way to your destination. Well, it will stop for charging, obviously, yeah. And then you can, while it's charging, you can stretch or go for a walk or, go to the bathroom. And then go back, and then it will continue. And then until you get to your destination, which is nice. I can see that. Which Uber doesn't do it. I don't think Uber can drive you all the way to drive you all the way to a different state. I don't think. And it probably costs you a lot of money. And I think robotaxi can it's not limited to one state. Because if it's approved for every state, so basically you can drive to the next state for that if you want to go to whatever, Georgia. Or, so I think that's gonna happen. You're just gonna fall back, sleep, and then get there. But the only thing also, robotaxi or a personal full self-driving, because you can also buy it yourself, like me. I have my car, and your car can drive you everywhere you want to go. So I was just thinking, if Amazon, like before it was like online store, their main thing is to sell books, right? And now they have AWS. Everybody uses them. They actually there's a term for it. It's gonna change lane. Nice. Like other stores are gonna be insolvent, I think. So if robotaxi or full self-driving comes in, who's gonna want to fly? Right? Think about it. I was just thinking about this. Who's gonna want to fly if robotaxi is imminent? If it's already here. With what's going on with everything, what's going on planes. Just this week, was it Monday or Tuesday, where Boeing, the Boeing plane, I forgot what number it was. It was a Boeing plane from India, and they're going to London. For those people, may they rest in peace. There were like 247 casualties, and only one survived. And for old, like just local, if you're just going local from one state to another state in the US, who's gonna want to fly? If you can if you can have your car drive you to where you're going, because technically, you know, it's like it's you just relax and just sleep, and then when you wake up, you're already there. I don't know. It's just a thought of me. I was just thinking, right? You know, it will be less fare because you just charge your car. It would just charge itself. And you know, when you go for a trip, you usually go at least 2 to 3 hours early. You know, for boarding. And then you have to check in and all that. You have to bring your luggage, carry it around in the airport. You have to pay fees because, you know, it's limited. You have to weigh in your bags. It's a lot of fees. It's a lot of hassle. But if you're in your car, right? You just put it in your trunk and bring a mattress on, because this one in the back of this Model Y can fit a mattress, a nice. I think it's a full size mattress. You can fit on there. We actually already have it, and I can just inflate and deflate it and put it in the trunk. So whenever we go somewhere, you know, if it's a long drive, whatever, we can just park our car, put a mattress in, and we can rest. So that's pretty cool. It's very convenient. And I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm just predicting here, okay? I think that's what's gonna happen. So this is the one of the busy road here going to work. Actually captures a motorcycle right there. Oh. Swerving around. And then, you know, if it's going to be a normal thing, I'm looking at this video right now. What's the June 19th, 2025. And when I look back, I'll be like, damn, that actually really happened. So this is nice. I like this. I can look back and look at my videos. If anybody watches it, you know, you'll be a witness now that I said it. And that's pretty cool. And it's gonna be a normal thing. Right now it's like nobody really knows about it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a normal thing where I'll be like, hey, I'll just take a robotaxi, take me to wherever I want, or my car, if your car has full self-driving, it can take you wherever you want. You know? So yeah, it can definitely affect airlines when robotaxi is imminent. So you only take airlines if you're going really far out, you know, a different country, obviously. Unless Elon will build a bridge from, I don't know, from the US to whatever country it is. He can build up the boring company. He can build underground tunnel all the way to the next country. That'll be cool too, but that will probably a long ways to go. With all this wars going on right now, probably not a good idea. So, and also, so it can affect airports, it can affect airlines. What else? What else? Yeah, I was thinking about this too, like those, you know, new kids or newborn kids coming, when I don't know if they're gonna know how to drive, man. Because, you know, they don't really have to drive anymore. The car will just drive. So I don't know if they still have to go to. My daughter, she's 13. I would want her to, you know, obviously, you know, 2 to 3 years from now, I'm gonna teach her how to drive. But my grandkids in the future, I don't think they have to know how to drive. I don't know if they still have to go to a driving school or get their license, you know? That's gonna be tough. I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Maybe it will be an option now. Just in case you have to drive, you know? So this lane actually turns into a 2-lane. Let's see how it does. It's pretty busy. Alright, change lane. Alright, that's good. Perfect. Yeah, I usually don't go on this route going to work because it's pretty busy. I go the back road, but the back road has a lot of school zone, which right now, you know, it's on we're in summer vacation, no schools, but this is the quickest way, so that's why I'm just following it. So what else can affect it? You know, the driver's license. Kids doesn't have to get driver's license anymore. I think it can also affect delivery. So I was just thinking, delivery, right? Like, I don't know. Because I was just thinking, like, if the humanoid robots can walk now, it can actually take out garbage, it can actually cook, and this robots learn by vision. So if you can teach a robot to pick up a package and deliver it, you know, to your doorstep, it can definitely do that. It can actually dance now. You know, Tesla made this, the humanoid robots from Tesla, they can dance, cook, clean, sort things out. Actually, can also pick up packages. You know, they were showing some videos. Yeah, it can also deliver your packages. So maybe Amazon will collaborate with Tesla and Tesla's humanoid robots for their delivery, right? And the robot will be in a Tesla car driving itself. The car will drive itself. The robot will be in the back, and then it would, you know, wait until it gets to the destination, will pick up the package and deliver it at your doorstep, right? And now our packages is already faster. It could be even faster, because robots doesn't really have any limitation other than charging. So, but they have no limitation when it comes to hours. So, you know, they can deliver it after hours, right? And when you wake up, you got your package. For those, the ones that, you know, like urgent packages, they need it now. They need it the next hour or two, you know? Yeah, I think I can see that happening. I think that's possible that it can happen. That's when human robots comes in, you know? So that can affect Amazon drivers right now that deliver packages. Those are the type of jobs that are like repetitive. You know, it can be dangerous because they're always in the road. You know, so robots can handle that. also like Uber Eats delivery. You know, if you want to order, like, just don't think of it this way. Like all restaurants, think about it, right? They don't really have to use Uber Eats or those DoorDash, those, you know, third-party company, because if they have, right, a robotaxi car or a full self-driving car, the car will just drive itself to their house and deliver food. And then it would say on their app, this time you don't really need to use a robot. You just have to, like, maybe on the how do you call this, on the restaurant's app, we'll just say, hey, the car is outside your door with your food. And then, you know, the car is set up the way where you know, it's easy to, you know, put the food in, has a fridge or whatever to warm up the food. So by the time the customer pick up the food, it's already nice and warm, or, you know, frozen, whatever. And they just grab the food outside of the, you know, inside the car. Right? I think it's a possibility. So now the restaurants have their own robotaxi or a full self-driving delivery car. Think about that. Full self-driving delivery car. Right? That'll be cool. It'll be really cool. And it saves the restaurant for, like, you know, fees and stuff. Nice change lane. So we're almost to work. So yeah, that can definitely affect Uber Eats and food delivery services, and also it can also help restaurants. Let me see if I can go this way and does it change lane? No, it doesn't. It wants to go in some. Yeah, so yeah, so far those are the things that I was thinking of that could happen in the future, which, you know, us human beings, we always want to get the most, you know, easiest way to do things, you know. It's more productive. It has meaning to it. It makes our lives easier. That's what we all do. That's why we invent. Even, you know, even from the ancient, back in the days, we always want to invent, which is good. That's what we're supposed to do. We don't want to be stagnant. Yeah, that'll be cool. I think that's pretty much it that I was thinking about. Yeah, sorry, I'm just rumbling, but I want to get that all out of my head so I can review and look back and damn, that actually happened. Can you imagine that? And it's possible, you know, with robotaxi and humanoid robots. I didn't really touch on the human robots yet because I just did like the easiest thing to do, but it can do so much, man. It can do so much. The robots. One day. Maybe it will be in the next segment. We'll see. So alright, that's good. It's still running. So we're gonna be going in here. Park. So it will bring me straight to the main door. Alright. I think here we are. Perfect. Alright guys, till next time, have a good one.